Here comes Marco. Let's have Marco come up. Caroline Levitt
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here today. It's an honor to serve as the Secretary of State during a historic presidency. And it's a historic presidency because the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, is someone who is not limited by what others say is possible or what others say is impossible. He's not limited by some of the things that have happened in the past, and he's willing to talk to or engage with anyone in the interest of peace, always putting the American people and our national security first, but understanding that in the world that we share with so many others, peace is paramount to all of us. We are here today because of President Trump's vision. If we go back just a few months ago,
Rubio is cute.
People thought what was happening in Gaza was impossible to solve. 28 hostages that were dead, others that were still living, all these hostages that were being held. No one thought that that would ever come to a resolution without more fighting and more bloodshed along the way. In fact, frankly, many thought it was intractable. And sadly, many of the institutions that have served us well, in many cases, for the last 70 years, were unable to do anything about it. But President Trump had the vision and the courage to dream the impossible, to believe that it was doable, and to pursue it with all of his heart. And he was in that capacity assisted by an extraordinary team, and I think both Jared...
Can you not write faggot in the chat, Habs? I can do it.
And Steve deserve a tremendous amount of credit. Jared Kushner and Steve Woodcock for all the work they put in.
Go ahead, everybody. Let it out. Write faggot in the chat.
Now we have this Board of Peace, who I believe's possibilities are endless. Obviously, with a focus, first and foremost, on making sure that this peace deal in Gaza becomes enduring. And I know this president has it as his highest priority and will give it everything he has to make sure that this is successful. I also want to acknowledge the extraordinary leaders that are here today. This is not just a board of peace, this is a board of action. Just like President Trump is a president of action. A lot of times people like to give speeches. I've been to many of these forums, and they're not useless, and they're not, they have utility in many cases. But oftentimes in international affairs, we often find ourselves at events where people are reading these scripted statements, these strongly worded letters that they put out, but no action, nothing happens. This is a group of leaders that are about action. And the President of the United States is a president of action, of getting things done. And today is the beginning of that, of a new era and a new stage that we think is so important as a model to the rest of the world of what is possible. And clearly the focus is right now on Gaza and making sure that the plan that's about to be presented to you here today, this vision for the future of Gaza, this vision for the future of the region, is not just possible and promising. It is our destiny if we put the time and the effort that it requires, as I know this board will do.
This has my full attention right now. I saw a picture of what they want the future Gaza to look like, and it is a freaking, like, super smart 15-minute city, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get there, but I'm happy that we're watching this together tonight because this is something that we should be documenting. Why did they completely decimate a part of the world just to build this? You got to think that they had this in mind when they let the decimation happen.
But I also think it will serve as an example of what's possible in other parts of the world. Without losing focus on what's before us now, this is what's possible for other places and other conflicts that seem impossible to solve right now. So I want to, on behalf of the United States, on behalf of the team that worked so hard on this, thank every single one of the leaders that are here today and all of the countries that have committed to joining, and many others who are going to join. You know, others either are not in town today or they have to go through some procedure internally in their own country because of constitutional limitations, but others will join. Many want to be a part of this effort because it is going to be a successful effort. And you see it reflected here today among countries of different backgrounds from different parts of the world, majority Christian, some, majority Muslim, others, who've come together. In fact, former adversaries who have joined here as part of this Board of Peace. And all was possible, and I want to acknowledge this again, because of the vision and the drive of the President of the United States. So thank you all for joining us here today. We appreciate it very much.
Wow, Marco at Davos.
Thank you, Secretary Rubio. Please, if you could now turn your attention to the screens for a video message from the head of the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza, Dr. Ali Shaith.
Distinguished leaders, colleagues, and friends, it is an honor to be here today. I want to start by thanking President Donald J. Trump and his administration for their intensive efforts to advance peace in the whole region. I also thank Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Qatar, and Turkey as mediators, the Palestinian Authority, and members of the United Nations Security Council.
What in the world is that mural? This is a mural at the United Nations? Can you find that for me, Sharon's here?
Council for welcoming the comprehensive peace plan. These efforts created the opportunity for a new future in Gaza Strip. But what will really matter is what comes next.
Mr. Lala says, I'm back. Well, your wife told you to give you another 5-minute timeout. So Miss Lala found the stream first. Mr. Lala, 5-minute timeout again.
Transition will succeed only if it delivers real, tangible improvements in daily life for Gazans. As Chief Commissioner of the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza, it's my responsibility to turn this moment into action, to restore order, to rebuild institutions, and to create a future for the people of Gaza defined by opportunity and dignity, under the principle of one authority, one law, and one weapon. As a first step, I am pleased to announce the Rafah crossing will open next week in both directions. For Palestinians in Gaza, Rafah is more than a gate. It is a lifeline and symbol of opportunity. Opening Rafah signals that Gaza is no longer closed.
That's not the one that we were looking at.
And to the wall. I want to be clear. There is much more work ahead, and none of it is easy. The road forward will involve difficult decisions and setbacks, but this is a real step, and it marks a new direction.
Let's take a look at this. I think we got to take this to the big screen, actually.
Go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Just a sidetrack. So it looks like we got some kind of... There's definitely an animal down here being stabbed with something. I can't zoom in anymore, unfortunately. The murals at the UN would be an interesting thing to look into.
Now, I would like to address the people of Gaza. من أرض الكنانة أتوجه الآن بكلمتي إلى أبناء شعبنا الصامد الصابر في قطاع غزة. لقد صمدتم وحافظتم على أسركم وأرضكم.
Alala says he loves it here, Ballyho, Mr. Lala. See, Lala, Mr. Lala knows we're just joshing around.
Your legendary steadfastness is the foundation upon which we will build our future together. This moment is not for looking back, but for moving forward toward a prosperous and bright future. A future where our children grow up without fear or anxiety, where work is rewarded, schools are opened, and daily life regains its stability and security. The coming stage requires the concerted efforts of everyone. But you will not face it alone. Your voices have weight. Your actions have impact, and your commitment to peace and the rebuilding of your communities will define the futures of the new Gaza Strip, step by step.
So, wait a minute. They're going to go from tents to living in a high-tech 15-minute smart city? How are they going to decide who gets to live where?
discipline and determination, we will build a capable Gaza, capable of self-reliance, and we will build it into a center for freedom, opportunity, and peace. اليوم أسأل الأسرة الدولية ليس فقط أن تدعم هذه أسأل
By our actions, hold us to clear standards and stand with the people of Gaza as we take this responsibility for our future. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I now would like to welcome to the podium U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner.
Not a big round of applause for these two. How did Jared Kushner get this job, by the way?
And welcome here. This is really my honor to be up here speaking. I remember when the president asked Jared, and of course our great Secretary of State, to work on something that the world thought was impossible and unattainable. But the president, on this peace deal for Gaza, as on all other deals we work on his behalf, said we had to try. And of course, we were inspired by that. We have achieved a peace deal in Gaza. We have brought the hostages home, all of the bodies except for one, and we will bring that body home too.
Have we? Because it kind of sounds like there's going to be another strike if Hamas doesn't give up their weapons. We just heard the president talk about that 10 minutes ago.
And maybe most importantly, we have created a sense of hope for what the future can bring in Gaza and all other places where the Board of Peace will operate. And I am so honored, Mr. President, to have worked on this on your behalf. I'd like to thank some people here who are here with us tonight who have done so much, done indispensable work to bring this deal together. Sheikh Mohammed, my good friend,
I'd like to shake your hand.
And Ali Al-Tawadi, Hakan, Fidan, and Ibrahim, General Hassan, and Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati, and of course, President Sisi.
He's like, why am I even here?
Prime Minister Netanyahu, former Special Envoy Ron Dermer, and Michael Eisenberg for all that they did. I would also like to thank our core working group and members of the Board of Peace who have been working nonstop on behalf of this incredible, noble effort, around the clock for months on end, sacrificing time with their families and their own personal lives because they believe in the mission and the vision that the President has set out for us. I'd also like to thank, those people include Tony Blair, Yakir Gabay, Josh Grunbaum, Aryeh Lightstone, Laron Tonkman, Admiral Cooper, General Frank, and I probably have forgotten some along the way. And then perhaps most importantly, I want to thank our administration. We have an incredible team. It's amazing to work for this administration. I think you see the results that we get on behalf of the President because he inspires us so much. So I'd like to thank the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, for all of his help and guidance, our Treasury Secretary, of course, the Secretary of State, who we work hand in glove with, and a special thanks to our Chief of Staff, Susie Wiles, who is always available to us for consultation, for steering, and for all else that she does. Thank you.
The Ice Queen. All right, give us the plan.
Thank you, Steve. And I have to say, one of the great honors for me of being able to work on this has been working with Steve, who really is as brilliant as he is. His heart is tremendous. He's a lot of fun to be with. And even in some of these, very difficult moments where we didn't think things were happening.
Watch out, he's got a gun.
Working together really was an amazing treat. I'm going to go now today just through a couple quick slides just to show you the progress that's been made in the last couple months.
Okay, this is what I'm here for tonight. We might as well start smoking now because we got Elon coming up next too. What's the new Gaza going to look like, my friends? Smart city coming up.
It was just over 100 days ago that we got the final deal done, and everyone was celebrating and joyous about the hostages coming home and the end to this long war that nobody thought was possible. And Steve and I were panicking, saying, what do we do next? You know, how do you implement peace? And as you guys know, peace is a different deal than a business deal because you're changing a mindset. And in Israel, there was 2 years of very intense war. For the people in Gaza, there was more than just 2 years of war. They had 20 years of hopelessness, being ruled by a terrorist organization. For the people in the Middle East, their hearts were pulled by this. And throughout the entire world, it really was weighing on us. And so we needed to think about, what do we do next? How do we change the habits? How do we change the behaviors? And we really got to work right away. And the team that Steve thanked, including the White House team and the team, the volunteers, it's really been an incredible effort, very entrepreneurial. And we really did it in the way. I've been working now with President Trump for 10 years on politics. And what continues to amaze me is that he always takes a first principles approach and says, what's the most optimal outcome? Aim for that. Whereas politicians are always focused on the downside or what could go wrong or how to make it a little bit better. He always says, aim for the best possible and, you know, do your best to get there. And if everyone thinks it's impossible, that's even more reason why you should aim for it. And so really thank you for the leadership and the inspiration.
Your goal should always be the stars, because if you can't reach the stars, you will at least reach the moon.
For doing this, and I
Fuck
think you'll see
small
today
goals.
we've achieved more than thought was possible, and our ambition is still to go for something I think better than most people think is possible as well. So let's see if these things work. They never usually work. Good. So quickly, I'll go through this 2-year war, 90,000 tons of munitions. There's over 60 million tons of rubble there, and tens of thousands of fatalities. Through the ceasefire, we were able to get to through the 20-point plan, ceasefire, release of hostages. Getting the UN resolution passed was a huge, huge effort, really thanks to Mike Waltz and the whole team there. They did an incredible job. And we've then, with the help of the UN, we've worked very, very well with them. This is why you need a new organization like the Board of Peace to work with the UN. I want to thank Tom Fletcher, did an incredible job of really getting it going. We've done historic humanitarian aid. Going forward, number one thing is going to be security. Obviously, we've been working very closely with the Israelis to figure out a way through de-escalation. And the next phase is working with Hamas on demilitarization, which I'll talk about in a second. But without security, nobody's going to make investments. Nobody's going to come, you know, build there. We need investments in order to start.
Are they asking these people for money?
Giving jobs. We want to take these
a
people.
pitch?
85% of the aid of Gaza, 85%
Is
of
it
the
Davos
GDP
pitch?
of Gaza has been aid for a long time. That's not sustainable. It doesn't give these people dignity. It doesn't give them hope. And so we want to use free market economy principles. A lot of what President Trump spoke about that he's doing in America, we want to bring the same mindset, the same approach to a place like Gaza to give these people the ability to thrive and have a good life. Let's see. So on the aid, I mentioned the UN. So now people are talking about famine. 100% of the food needs are met, and that's been overabundance. The cost of goods have gone down tremendously. Over 55,000 trucks have gone in, and over 1.4 million pallets. So it's been the largest humanitarian effort done into a war zone that anyone's been able to tell us about. This really has been a great joint effort that everyone's been able to do, and so it's a great thing. We all just heard from Ali. We have been so impressed. Steve and I were speaking to him and the entire committee. Such bravery of these people to step up. And we've worked with the Palestinian Authority, who's been helping us as well. But this committee is the first time that technically.
Elidum or anything says it's a Gaza timeshare pitch. Oh my God, that might be the quote of the night. Ballyho anything.
Apolitical committee. I really want to thank the Arab partners for helping us select the right people to do this, and we just need to believe in them and support them. I put this up here. It's probably a little too small for me to read, but this is really important if you saw the mission statement. So Hamas's mission statement was, we need to destroy the state of Israel. That has not worked well for the people, as we've seen. Their mission statement is, we are committed to establishing security, restoring the essential services that form the bedrock of human dignity, such electricity, water, healthcare, and education, as well as cultivating a society rooted in peace, democracy, and justice, operating with the highest standards of integrity, transparency. So these are the basic things. Their goal is to have peace and to help their people, which is an obvious mission statement for a government, but actually fairly novel for Gaza. So we did a master plan. We brought in, I thank you, Gaza, who's one of the most successful real estate developers and brilliant people I know. He's volunteered to do this, not for profit, really because of his heart. He wants to do this. And we've developed ways to redevelop Gaza. Gaza, as President Trump's been saying, has amazing potential. And this is for the people of Gaza. We've developed it into zones.
1 second.
In the beginning, we were toying with the idea of saying,
What's
let's
up,
build
caller?
a free zone, and then we have a Hamas zone. And then we said, you know what, let's just plan for catastrophic success. Hamas signed a deal to demilitarize. That is what we are going to enforce. People ask us what our plan B is. We do not have a plan B. We have a plan. We signed an agreement.
Well, I mean, neither does Mr. Rotella. So when it comes to plan Bs, sometimes it's better to burn the ships, my friends.
We are all committed to making that agreement work. There's a master
then
plan.
you gotta
We'll be doing
make it work.
phasing. In the Middle East, they build cities like this in 2-3 million people. They build this in 3 years, and so stuff like this is very doable if we make it happen. Rotella will start with. This will show a lot of workforce housing. We think this could be done in 2-3 years. We've already started removing the rubble and doing some of the demolition. And then New Gaza.
The fuck? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is insane. There's even buildings in the water. There's plants all over the trees. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It could be a hope, it could be a destination, have a lot of industry, and really be a place that the people there can thrive, have great employment. Once this starts going, we think there should be 100% full employment and opportunity for everybody there. And we have a lot of data on what can be, but we think that this really gives the Gazan people.
Oh my God, they're going to turn the population, dome prediction, they're going to turn the population into the workers, and that's going to be a retreat for the elite. Bam, nailed it. 100% nailed it.
An opportunity to live their aspirations, but it all starts with security and it all starts with governance. Final note I'll just say on the Board of Peace, which is that all the lessons we're doing is we're basically studying the best practices from all over the world, and we're watching who does education the best, who does healthcare delivery the best. All of these things it's not secret IP. All this is IP that the Board of Peace is going to make public, and we want to encourage all the countries to be able to follow these best practices. A lot of the things that President Trump is doing in America, if they're working, we should all be copying them. If we find what's working in other countries, we should be copying them too. And so what the Board of Peace will have the ability to do if we're successful with Gaza is really show how do you do peace implementation, which is something that when we got this deal done, we didn't really find too much expertise or know-how on how to do it. So as we're creating this system, hopefully it's something that we can just document these learnings and make them available to all else who want to use them in the future. So demilitarization, this is something we're starting now that we have a new government in Gaza. This government will be working with Hamas on the demilitarization to really take the principles that were agreed to in the document to the next phase, and hopefully that will be successful. Without that, we can't rebuild. So if Hamas does not demilitarize, that will be what holds back.
This is an interesting thing. Monopoly on force. All militant armed groups, internal security, and police organizations dismantled and integrated into NCAG following rigorous vetting. Monopoly on force. It kind of sounds like they're not going to give people guns.
Gaza and the people of Gaza from achieving their aspiration, and that's very important. So the next 100 days.
Whoa. I mean, we're gonna run late tonight, anyways. Let me look into this other stuff. Demilitarization, yeah, but amnesty, disarmament rewarded with amnesty and reintegration or safe passage. Don't really understand that. One authority, one law, one weapon. All weapons authorized by one authority, only NCAG. Yeah, they're not going to give the people guns. Should we not be making these, if we're going to be decimating countries and remaking them, shouldn't we remake them in the image of America? But the world elite view America as a very problem child.
Gaza and the people of Gaza
because we think for ourselves,
and that's very
important.
We
can stick up for ourselves.
So the next 100 days, we're going to continue to just be heads down and focused on making sure this is implemented. We continue to be focused on humanitarian aid, humanitarian shelter, but then creating the conditions to move forward. So thank you. Final point I'll just make is This is really only possible because of the work of so many people and President Trump's great leadership. But a lot of you have been asking, how can we help? So the countries have all been incredibly generous. We'll be doing the first conference where we'll announce a lot of the contributions that will be made in a couple weeks in Washington. From the private sector, there'll be amazing investment opportunities. I know it's a little risky to be investing in a place like this, but we need you to come, take faith, invest in the people, try to be a part of it. And then finally, I'll just talk to people on the media and on the...
Woke says, would you give gorillas in the zoo AK-47, sir?
Social media, which is
good point.
This deal only happened because we worked with
Israel.
It
depends
we
on
worked
how
with
interesting
Turkey,
I want to make
we
the
worked with Qatar,
zoo.
we worked with Saudi, we worked with Egypt. I mean, everyone worked together. We worked with UAE. We all worked together to make this happen. I see a lot of people trying to escalate, criticizing Israel or Israelis criticizing Turkey or Qatar. Just calm down for 30 days. I think that the war's over. Let's do our best to try working together. Our goal here is peace between Israel and the Palestinian people. Everyone wants to live peacefully. Everyone wants to live with dignity. Let's put our efforts towards promoting those who are doing the work to build this up, like Ali and his committee. Let's focus on the positive stories, and let's just calm down, turn a new chapter. And if we believe that peace is possible, then peace really can be possible. So we're going to continue to work every
I'm a pretty calm person. I don't like it when people tell me to calm down.
day. We need all of your help to do it. And again, I just really want to thank President Trump for his leadership in doing this. This would not have been possible without your commitment to this. Everyone thought it was impossible to end this war. You never gave up.
The last time a government organization told me to calm down, it was 2 weeks to slow the spread.
You never stopped.
Hey
Every
guys,
time there was a
calm down,
setback,
just
you told
stay
us to try
inside.
harder. You gave us different ideas. And we've made several impossible things happen just in Gaza to date. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to make even more impossible things happen. So really, thank you for your amazing leadership.
I mean, God, I love the presentation.
Thank
I don't
you,
know
Jared and Steve.
I don't know if I'm
Now
I don't know if I'm an investor, but I will be a visitor.
Like to introduce and welcome to the podium the High Representative for Gaza, Nikolay Mladenov.
The High Representative. Why wasn't he on the stage? He's not part of the Board of Peace?
Mr. President, it's a great honor and a massive responsibility for me, for my team, for all of us to be here with you to begin this journey. Who would have thought 2 years ago that we will be sitting here with this group of countries, with this leadership, giving the people of Gaza a new chance? Who would have thought that last Friday I would be sitting, Mr. President, in Cairo with an amazing group of Palestinian technocrats, people who you don't see on the news, people who are not media personalities, but who are experts, who are committed to giving their people a chance in life. And this is what this is all about. For too long, Gazans, Palestinians, and Israelis have lived with conflict, with death, with destruction. Now the page turns. And whether the page turns successfully really depends on all of us. We have the ingredients for it. We have the leadership of the United States and President Trump. We have a great group of countries joining the Board of Peace and more to come. We have a fantastic Palestinian team on the ground, and we must make it work. Our partnerships are there, our plans are in place, and we need your support. And finally, I look to all of you who are in this room and who are watching this meeting from their screens at home or in their offices. Please put away your talking points for a minute. Please put away...
No, I will not put away my talking points. I make a living on my talking points, thank you very much. This guy's trying to put us out of business.
Your fears, please put away your concerns. Please stop listening to the rumors and to the gossip. Focus on what we have to do today. Because the future of 2 million Palestinians is at stake.
New World
Order.
And
if we give them a chance, we will do more than that. We will create opportunities for 1 billion people who live in the Middle East and beyond, and who are responsible, also who want to see transformation and a chance in life for the future. So please join us on this journey, join the Board of Peace, and join us in supporting this excellent initiative. And thank you again, President Trump and the United States, for taking this decisive leadership forward.
Wevo says, focus on what we tell you to do and join our central bank, says Wevo.
Thank you. President Trump, would you like to make some concluding remarks?
You can see a bruise on President Trump's hands. Oh, people stand as he walks by. Very nice. I like those guys.
Great job. Great job.
This is the first time President Trump ever met that guy.
Tell you it's all happening. And
it's
one of the
all
first things I said
guys.
when we really got
it's all
involved
happening.
in this project, and it's a big one.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Lala? Welcome back.
To Jared and Steve and some of the other folks, including Larry Fink, and congratulations on the great success. The two of you have done a fantastic job. This is bigger and better than ever. We usurped some of your time for a very important reason, and you understand that better than anybody. And we appreciate that you're here very much. Thank you both very much.
B. Cherie says, the Board of Peace is all fun and games until someone yells Allah Akbar.
But I said that, this is a great location. It all begins, see, I'm a real estate person at heart, and it's all about location. And I said, look at this location on the sea. Look at this beautiful piece of property, what it could be for so many people. It'll be so great. People that are living so poorly are going to be living so well. But it all began with a location. That's the vision.
Yeah, we're putting them in apartments with Netflix.
Very few places are like it. So we put together a team that's outstanding, a team that's done it before, a team that I think has done tougher jobs, if you want to know the truth. We've done some tough jobs. And we continue to, as far as the United States is concerned.
We got Elon coming up next.
And the United States has never been stronger, never been bigger, better. It's doing really well. You see that, building thousands of businesses, plants, factories all over the United States are right now under construction. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And this is just an honor to be involved with this and to be involved with the great people in this room and the great leaders that are sitting on stage. We thank you very much. And we have many others that have signed up, and they all want to be members of the Board of Peace because it really will be important. This is not going to be a waste of time. We waste so much time on things that never happen. This will happen.
Oh, well, now that he said that, I'll send him $1 billion.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honor to be with you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yes, the stand and the button up. All right, how are we into this? YMCA? Sideburns guy, always happy to be there. Malay. Malay's got a great look. For a world leader, great look. Man, I kind of wish I had his hair. If I could have the thick hair, I would be unstoppable. There's that weird guy. I don't trust that guy at all. Who the hell is that guy? The big smile and the Hitler hair? Who the hell is that? Who put them in charge of anything? Are we done? I'm kind of interested to see how they end it. We've got 34 seconds to find out how they end this. Are we just going to walk off the... And we can't just walk off the stage. This guy always thanks Trump for everything. That guy's very grateful. The guy in the little hat. He's a nice guy. He's probably killed billions of his own people, but hey, whatever. He's on the Board of Peace. Hey there. They're just going to walk off. That's it? No song? Ah. It would have been great if YMCA played them off the air. We're going to get these technical difficulties fixed tomorrow, my friends. We just got to deal with it tonight. The stream must go on. When we return, we're running late tonight, and you know what? I'm happy that we are. I have such a blast watching Davos with the Dome. Coming up next, he wasn't even scheduled. He wasn't even announced. Elon Musk flies through the dead of night, or did he take a bullet train? I don't know. Flies through the dead of night, or maybe a rocket, to get to Davos, and he talks with Larry Fink when we get back.